this is very exciting for us. So thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
It is for us too. I mean, we've been close friends ever since those.
I love it, and we're going to get into all of that. But here's the thing: we actually did a pretty deep dive search for a photo of the two of you together from the set, like on set of The Wonder Years, and we couldn't quite pull it off.
Yeah, we only had one line together in 130 episodes. We'd see each other every day almost.
We saw each other all the time, but we weren't in the same scene together.
No, I was always talking to Fred about.
Right.
And I
She was very present, but not.
Oh, yeah.
And I was at school a lot, and I never really went. I went to the house a couple times, but you weren't there, and it just didn't happen.
But you know, you may not have had any lines on camera or any scenes on camera, but so you played Fred's dad in the series, but really off camera, it was almost as
like
if
my
you were a
second dad.
surrogate
No,
dad
he
for
really
you
has
guys,
been.
and you were very protective.
No, Danica would come over and watch old movies. You know, big Barbara Stanwyck fan.
And old movies. He got me into theater, starting from when I was on the show, and then past it into my 20s. And I go see him whenever he's in something. He comes to see me.
Still, and we had a reading series where we read new plays, and Danica not only read all the time, but once she directed Charles Durning, Jack Klugman, Dom DeLuise, and Peter Falk.
Incredible, yeah.
Oh, Peter wasn't there. I took Peter's
No, you
place
did.
that day.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. And Dan just always had so much faith in me. And you know, those guys were looking at me like, "Who is this girl?"
But he was also.
But it went well, and it was exciting.
Yeah, it was well. She's good. She's good.
And you were super protective of her on set. You made sure that the teachers were there. You made sure that nobody used any foul language around the kids.
No, myself and Skip Cook, our head grip, who just passed away. Great guy. There was, we made sure, everybody. Of course, once the kids were gone, we made up for it.
That's right. I'm sure that's why it was such a transition. That's why you had to be so aware of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, people say all the time, how did you guys all grow up to be so well-adjusted? And, you know, we had a really safe set, and this is part of the reason why.
Yeah, and now, David, your teacher, was one of the best in the business. You know, so.
And Danica, I know that you personally campaigned for Dan to be in this film to play your dad,
my dad
this time around.
But it was like the easiest campaign ever. I said,
of course.
Hey, how about we get Dan Lauria? They're like, yes.
They probably just like jumped at the opportunity. Tell us a little bit about how your characters interact in the story of this film.
Yeah, so as you know, I come home for the holidays, and I come home to my dad and his diner, and I'm a struggling artist, but he really helps me to reconnect and
reconnect with hometown.
Yeah.
It's very warm.
We have some really sweet scenes. And one of the things I love about Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, as opposed to Hallmark Channel, which is also great, obviously, with the lighter romantic comedies, the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, we really get more into that sentimental, emotional stuff. And so we have some really great moments.
Yeah, it was fun.
What a nice opportunity. We got a clip, actually, Frank's Diner encouraging Kelly to follow her dreams. Let's have a look.
Cool.
What's going on?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. The art world isn't easy.
Forgive me, but I'm your father. I'm more concerned with your heart.
Oh, my heart is confused.
That fleeting smile is always a tell.
What do you mean?
Now, this is more about reassuring me than how you really feel.
Oh, my heart is only sure about one thing.
I love you too.
This is really such a sweet movie. This is the beginning of a long, I think, career on Hallmark Movies with the two of you. You're very good together.
Yeah, I only know 2 words when I'm around Danica, and that's yes, dear. Whatever she I've learned.
A woman taught you well.
Yes, there you go.
Your wife taught you well.
There's one scene that I just want to call out. It's early in the movie, and I'm helping him bus tables at the diner, and he says, "Oh, you don't have to do that." And I say, "You know what? I like it. It feels like old times." And he said, "Yes, it does." And in that moment for us,
for real.
For real,
It was very deep for
so
you
when people
too.
see that moment, they're going to know we're talking about the Wonder Years.
And the crew knew too.
Yeah,
There's
everyone
something really
did.
beautiful about that, you know, to have a history like that. You know, watching this movie too, you can't help but notice, we didn't show the clip of it, but you'll see that we can't help but notice the resemblance of Brennan Elliott's son, Max, to Ralphie from A Christmas Story. If you see these two side by side, there you go.
There he is.
It's obvious that he's very inspired
When I first saw him,
by
I mean, that's what everybody thinks of when they first see him. They're like, wait,
Ralphie.
that's Ralphie. Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
But I also didn't know that Ralphie has a connection to the Wonder Years. A Christmas Story has a connection to the Wonder Years.
Yes, well, so in A Christmas Story, there's a narration. It's the little boy, and so they actually had Fred Savage watch A Christmas Story before we shot the pilot of the Wonder Years, and they said this is kind of what we're going for. And then Dan was the narrator on Broadway for A Christmas Story, and I went to see him a couple years back.
Yeah, I can't sing a note. I don't
He
even
sing.
sound good in
He's the
the
only
shower.
one.
Come on.
But you
No, I'm terrible.
In a musical, a Broadway musical, who didn't sing.
Right. I was the only one.
You're the only one.
Thank God that show would have closed early.
Oh, stop it. But when I went back and I saw, when I was reading about this, the connection, I realized, I said, oh my gosh, it makes so much sense.
Right.
Because it really...
It does. You feel it.
You
now
feel
that you
it
mention it, I can see that for sure.
And then now we have him in our movie. I mean, this movie, the nostalgia factor in this movie is off the chart.
That's right. It all comes together. Well, we know, obviously, you guys are a great indication of this, how close the cast was on the Wonder Years. And in fact, Danica, you also had, in a sense, a second mom in Allie Mills, who, of course, played your wife on the series. And
we go see Allie when she does plays.
Oh, you do? Oh, great. You guys all stay
see
close.
Josh all the time. We play golf together.
I know what's about to happen. I
do?
know this show.
You know what we
We know this show. We've got a little clip. She wanted to send you guys a little message.
Oh, she's
Allie
okay.
Mills. Oh.
Surprise! Hi, Danny. Hi, Danica. Or as Dan always calls me, Mom. He really does. It's embarrassing. Anyway, Merry Christmas to both of you at your Grand Valley Lodge. And I just want to say, I was asked to share a little Wonder Years Christmas story. We had that wonderful episode with the delightful Bob Picardo, who played Santa Claus. He was also the gym teacher, and the poor man was like really lonely as the Santa Claus in that mall. And I just want to say to anyone out there who watches all these wonderful Hallmark movies, if you're feeling kind of lonely and maybe you don't have the blessing of friends and family, know that we, the Wonder Years family, loves you, Hallmark loves you, and enjoy the holidays. Just know you're loved. And happy Hanukkah to Fred and Jason and Josh, and love to everyone. Bye, Danny. Bye, Danica.
So wonderful.
Yeah, what a great message.
Beautiful.
I mean,
That's beautiful. You know what's funny? The woman who plays his sort of love interest in the movie, her name was Norma. And I
Which
told
was
them
Allie's
which
character's
was
name.
Allie's character's name.
Yeah.
And I was a producer on one of those movie channels that you guys, we have to change the name of that character. Because he's like, hey Norma, people are gonna get confused.
Way
two on the nose. Well,
Exactly.
thank you both for being here so much.
Oh,
This
thanks
has
for
been
having
Thank you, guys. You're so wonderful. Happy holidays.
I know. Are you gonna be live tweeting with me? Live tweeting?
If you want me to.
You should, live
Again,
tweeting.
what are the two words?
Two words.
I'd rather watch an
What are
old
the two
movie.
words?
Yes, dear.
Yes,
Yes.
dear. There you go, everybody.